Welcome to MetalVice in 666. I'm your host, Brian, joined with other host,
Karen.
And today we're going to talk about a new streaming service, so to speak.
A new streaming to us.
Yes. So it's actually Twitch, but more specifically, it's Reggies Chicago on Twitch.
Yes.
The venue not too far from where we were at. We go there, not a lot, but we've been there a decent number of times.
No, we've been there an okay amount of time.
Yeah.
We should probably go more, but...
And there's more shows coming up that we're going to go to. And we were looking to buy tickets to a show last week, as of the recording of this. It was The Corner, Deceased, Misfire, and Mortiskull, I think, right?
Yeah.
And we were going to buy tickets for that, and I noticed they had like a little thing on there that said live stream. So I figured, fuck it, let's just stay home and check out the live stream of this.
Yeah, so this is on like their website.
Yes.
Like on the announcement, there's like the tickets thing, and then next to it is another little symbol that says live stream.
Yeah, and we didn't know anything about this, so we clicked it. It took us to their Twitch page. We watched it once earlier in the week. I can't remember who was playing that particular night.
That was on the bar stage.
Yep.
Or what, I don't know what that's called, like Reggies Live or something.
Yeah, I don't know. We call it the bar stage and then like the clubhouse or the club.
Rock Club.
Rock Club, yeah. So we were super excited to see this. We turned it on, and sure enough, they were live streaming the concert. They have, 3 to 4 static cameras that aren't moving. Like they switch back and forth between what angle they use.
Yeah, I think at least 3, and then somebody walking around with a camera.
Stage left, stage right, behind the stage into the crowd, and maybe center stage as well.
Maybe center stage, yeah. So there might be
4 cameras.
Yeah.
And then, as you said, the guy walking around with the camera, which we've seen there before at other shows.
Yeah.
I just always thought it was somebody recording for the band for like a music video or something.
Right. Yeah.
But no, there's this guy walking around to get like from the crowd upwards into like get the close-up shots of them playing guitars and whatnot.
Yeah. 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 I think the first concert this year that we saw was like that Led Zeppelin.
Kashmir. Yep,
Kashmir. Yeah. And I remember that like a person walking around with the camera, and I was getting so pissed because I'm like, you're standing right in front of me. Like, what the fuck are you like? Get your shot and leave. Sort of thing. Not realizing that they were live streaming
it. Yeah. But yeah, they just switched back and forth between all the cameras, all the different angles. The sound was really, really fucking good.
It was good. Yeah. It's almost like they have it through the microphones or something. I'm not sure. But
probably goes back to the PA, then gets out into the speakers and whatnot at this venue, but also then routed through like this live stream.
Yeah. So it's not like you're live streaming through a phone.
No.
Because I think we've all... I know we've watched one of them because like we went to a Static X show, and like your foot was really bad, so we left.
Yeah, like one of the bands was live streaming it on like Facebook Live or something, or Instagram Live.
Yeah, something like that. So we ended up putting it, like streaming it to the TV and watching it, and it was okay. I mean, you got to watch it, but it wasn't as good as this. I mean, for a Twitch production, which granted, this is the first time we've watched something on Twitch. We're old people and don't know about this.
Well, first time you've watched something on Twitch.
Have you watched something on Twitch?
So yeah, like this is the weird thing for me is like Twitch has always been sort of like the gaming streaming service. Like people will live stream as they play video games. So like when they were doing Magic the Gathering, when I was really into that, I'd watch people play Magic all the time. Which was really cool. But then I kind of fell out of it, and I never really watched Twitch anyway because I don't really like watching people play video games.
Yeah.
So
that's what I always thought it was like video game. Like I didn't know you watched video games. I thought you played with people. I didn't understand.
Well, you do play with people on the video game, but you're like streaming yourself as you play.
It. Okay.
But there's a lot more other shit. Like Kimis apparently has.
Yep. The bassist plays on Twitch every Friday, I think, or every Monday.
Is it?
Every Friday, yeah.
Okay.
I think that's how it is. Like, I mean, obviously, if they're touring or at a show, they're not playing, but yeah, it seems like almost every Friday. It's like Friday Live or something with the bassist, I think.
Huh. Okay. Yeah.
So, I don't know. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of shit out there that we should probably check out. We just haven't.
Yeah, I don't know what other like people are live streaming on there for, like in terms of like music. I always just assumed Twitch was like solely for video games.
Yeah.
Or primarily for video games.
So I guess for us, this was more like, not that we didn't want to go to the show live. It was more we wanted to check out a new experience.
Yes.
So it's like, let's check this out. Let's see what this is all about.
And to be fair, like I would have much rather have been there.
Yeah, me too.
Like it would have just been better. Like during the changeover in between sets, they just sort of put a little thing up that says we'll be back.
Yeah.
And you can still hear the crowd, and you can hear them do mic checks and all the the sound checks and everything.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and it's like blurry a little bit, so you can like still see people moving on stage and stuff. And that does seem like it's just from the main camera.
Yes,
like,
from that center
above
stage.
the bar or something. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Next time we go to Reggies, I'm gonna be looking around looking for all those cameras. I've seen
two
of them.
I have seen them too.
I've seen two of them. And I'm like, what are those for?
So yeah, like the sound was really great. I wish we would have like actually been there, and like this could be a thing if it sells out and they continue to live stream as it's sold out. Because there's been some that have sold out, so I don't know, like if Carrie King, for instance,
if that was live streamed,
or if they were. I don't know when they started doing the live stream.
Now with the Twitch thing, they're not like saved like YouTube, so you can't like go back and watch them, can you?
Some of them are saved on their channel, but I don't know what ones are and what ones aren't.
Okay.
And so that was the other thing too with this particular performance. It was Coroner who was the headliner, right?
Right.
And they turned the live stream off right before their set started, or like in between.
Like after Deceased before Corner started, and we're like, oh, it's over, sort of thing.
So like, I kind of get that, I guess, because I don't know how that works with the bands, because you're basically putting the concert out there for free,
right?
But yeah, I don't know the business aspect of it.
Yeah, or like why they stopped. We don't know why they stopped before Corner, or if they do that at every show that they live stream if the headliner isn't shown, or like we just don't know. I mean, this is the first time we've done it, so
yeah.
I do think though, from a music perspective, like say we have shit to do, like at home, like we have to edit or something to do around the house, just put on a Reggies show, like see what they're streaming. Like the night that we tried it out just to try to sign in, I can't remember who it was either, but it was like just like a kind of bluesy, jazzy sound. Yep. And I'm like, oh, this is kind of like, I think we were watching it while we were getting dinner or something like that.
It's great, so, like background music, just to have it on.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is just another way to have music playing in the house when we're doing something else.
And I don't know how to use the app, so I don't know how to look at the schedule. I would just end up going to Reggie's website and
just
then
to see what's
go
there.
Through their calendar. If you might have that like little live stream on, and then like, all right, now I know to check this out.
Yeah, we need to figure out the app situation, the Twitch app situation a little bit.
I think this is great. I kind of wish more venues did shit like this.
Yeah, I get why they don't though, because they want people to actually show up. But
or even bands, like if like you have these cell phones with you all over, and the cameras on these are pretty good. So there has to be a way to figure out how to just take a bunch of old cell phones and hang them up in certain locations and whatnot, and maybe you have somebody who's actually sitting there, like a lighting guy, switching the cameras back and forth, right? You don't need that person on the ground who's doing like that sort of video, like from the crowd perspective. But I always thought like you could give bands a bunch of this shit, and like if Lamb of God had a yearly pass or a tour pass where you could live stream their concerts every night, I would put, even though it's the same show, I'd be putting the Lamb of God concert up every night they're on if I can't go there. And again, just as background music or whatnot, right? So I think this is a great idea. I want to find out if more venues are doing stuff like this. But I think this is a great idea.
Yeah. The only negative that I would say is there were a few buffering times.
Yeah.
Which is it could be our own connection, or it could be the connection at Reggie's. But it was like there was a couple times where it just sounds like it's skipping. And you said that when you were getting it started,
the first time
it was doing the same thing. So I don't know if it is just getting it loaded up. I did hear it again in the middle of the concert.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was during Deceased or Mortar Schooled, if that's when it was, but it was just like, it just sounds like a skip. Like it's catching up or something, but
I don't know. The music was great. The sound was great. There was that little buffer for sure. Yeah, no,
I mean, that's like such a little negative that I have to say. But, or like if you're out of town and you want to like watch something from Reggie's or something, I don't know. Or like if you're a band you're wanting to see is playing at Reggie's, but you can't make it into the city.
I think that's great, especially for people who aren't from Chicago. Like this is a venue you can now watch concerts at, and they have a lot of good metal shit. They have a lot of good music in general. Yeah. So I think this is a great idea.
Yeah.
I think this is awesome. Definitely go to the show if you can and support it that way, and then support your bands there. But this is free. I know they have like a subscription. I don't know how that plays in.
I was wondering like if there's a way for us to support Reggie's or support the bands doing this.
Yeah.
Because I mean, obviously we aren't out to get free shit all the time, but it's like, if there's a way to support them as well.
Yeah.
So.
But again, I think this is a great idea. I want to see more of this out there. And it's just another way to consume live music.
We'll have to
Even
find
though
more.
you're not like out in there, you're still consuming live music in the moment. So, go just explore, find new music, find new ways to consume music. We just found this out and wanted to share it with you all. So, Get out there and explore some music.
Yep. Bye.